Hello and welcome to here in round 11 here in Qatar. Just wait a few moments and I'll get hopefully the intro playing. Okay, welcome here to Qatar's 16 corners here and a 1.3 mile distance. There's one detection zone and along with that one DRS zone as well as a speed trap. Very high. Can't remember what I was about to say. Will you stop? Shut up, man.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, sorry about that. That's our track for today. It's just gonna be the green flag in about 3 minutes time now. But today we will have a secondary commentator. We can't say that at the moment because he will come on as soon as the green flag waves around the 16 corners of Lusail. So let's just wait for that period of time.
Hello. Wishing everyone good luck.
Need to turn Discord notifications off. Now it should be good to go for the rest of the stream. Okay, now it is once again a green flag, but this time it's waving in the dark night of Qatar here in Losail. But today we're going to have a special second commentator joining here with us is Ethan.
Hello,
Hello, hello.
people.
Yep,
So
you're on.
this is going to be a very good race. I have a feeling it will be a good race. What do you think about it, Jack?
I think it will be same exact thing that you're thinking. It will be a very interesting race as we see lots of overtaking spots, but all of them are very, very dangerous. Especially tyre degradation is going to be very, very interesting here. Same with the strategies. As we see, lots of people are probably going to go for that 2-stop today, but I wonder if anyone's going to be daring enough to go for the faster 1-stop.
I also feel like Sixter may have a chance to win. He's been doing very good results recently. What do you think about it, Jack?
Yeah, I think the same as you.
Sadly, we don't have Ben racing today, so this could change the tides of the race a lot.
Yes, it
Maybe
will.
we could see Alfie on the podium.
Maybe that's a very possible chance. We've seen his pace; he hasn't quite been able to show it. But now we are just going to review. It is going to be a full qualifying here today, and we're about to see the green flags loading complete as we just wait to hear all of the engines starting up. The pitch black sky and all the floodlights shining down onto the track.
Also, I think we should talk about some new additions into the grid recently. We have seen Sava join the grid for Aston Martin, and we have got GSR Antonio Cortez in the grid. Some good additions. Do you think they do good, Jack, today, or do you think they'll do badly?
I mean, on the DB races, we don't quite know their pace yet, but we just need to see what their race
As
class
both
is, as
Alpines come
both
out,
the Alpines are heading on to the track. As I just realised now, I think that's new. You can see the numbers of different sectors. I don't remember that being there before. I believe that is new. Let me just add things I need to do.
right now we have got Sixton, Linderhart. Oh, as Alfie has spun on his outlap.
Yes, he has. Let me just
When
invite a couple
you're
of people.
qualifying, please invite Ibuka. Thank you very much. I'm out.
I don't have
Invite
him
Ibuka.
added.
Yes, you have him.
I
You said
don't.
you have.
I don't. I think Kevin does, but Kevin's bugging out.
Well, he said he doesn't. I'm telling him to add you.
And
I'll
that's
permission
Sava
to
that
take
is
from the
retired
section.
from the session.
I think he's had a crash in the pit lane there.
That's quite interesting. Let's just see if anyone just peeks out the pit lane as I just see the other Aston Martin. Let me just try and quickly split to him. Can we see what has happened gone on there? I believe that is a
He has spun out
manual
of the pit lane.
retirement. There are no tyre marks, and normally there would be because that was very close. I think his force feedback has been acting up. He's proved that, and it might just be he has to retire. All the way back in Q1.
As we see both Alpines entering Sector 3 now, as Sixton is going to is going to start his first lap of the race. Could he set the fastest lap of the session straight away? We'll see shortly.
He will as he heads down into turn 1. Around 200 miles an hour, tries to hit the apex. I think that was a slight bit of a look up. He didn't get the proper rotation as his car bogged down as he misses the apex there at turn 2. But now he sends himself onto another mini straight where it's just light braking here, just trying to get the car rotated. Same with this corner. two right-handers. Now we go into what I like to call the hairpin as he locks them breeze. He nearly took him round. I think that's going to lose him a lot of time.
Agreed, Jack. Agreed. Alfie is doing pretty okay, but it seems like he has aborted his lap.
He's just going to try and leave some gap to his teammate. He's just going to leave him because we know Sixton can be very fast.
Yellow flag, sector 3.
I believe that is just Alfie just slowing down.
As we see Sixton in the heart start his second lap from having that awful wheel spin.
As that's already a 120. We can just round that up to a 128. That's incredible pace, especially just for Q1. But I wonder what he can do in Q2.
Agreed, Jack. Agreed. Let's see what time Alfie gets. Even though he aborted his lap, could he set a good lap here? As we see Silver coming out of the pits now. Same with the Haas. Sixton's aborted his lap as well. Sixton's gone off the track. That could be bad for him.
He was never on a
bad
lap.
News for Sixton.
He was never on a lap. I don't think he would do 2 straight laps, but
He's
Alfie
probably gonna come into the pits
a lap.
now. As yellow flag sector 1.
That's just some traffic going on down there. With street light and Meh. No, it wasn't Meh. Meh's just ahead.
Stopped. Oh, outside of the track. Smithy's on his out lap here. Alfie has come into the pits. Those tyres don't look good. Same with Sixton Linderhart. And there has been a crash from Mare. Mare has gone into the barriers. But now he's come out the barriers. I believe that is front wing damage for Mare.
Yes, he just slows down, overly slows down there, where he's probably not meant to slow down because he's a bit of a donut, and he spun it at about 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that we have talent like this in Tier 1. Maybe we should create a new tier for Mare.
Not sure what he's doing here. That definitely is not allowed.
Why is he not pitting?
I think he's going to try and send himself onto a lap as he's nearly spun it. He doesn't realise that his tyres are done by going onto the sand, hitting the barriers. As we see, it's literally a 2-second gap as Sixton retires
How is Sixton
from
retired?
the session.
Let's see this.
He's done it in the pit lane.
Manually.
Yep, he's done it in the pit lane. I believe he thinks he'll get into Q2, but I don't think that he'll get into Q2.
The person we should be spectating right now is Supra. Supra looks to be going on a good lap. Yeah. As he goes around to sector 2, coming up to sector 3. Hopefully Supra can get a good lap in here, Jack. Jack, what do you think about Supra? Do you think he'll be able to get a good lap?
He's on an out lap, mate.
I know, but I know after he's out lap.
Possibly.
As Supra comes around the final corner, will he be able to maybe get a good lap in?
We will see as he plummets down towards turn 1. Is he going to hit the apex? It's quite a late apex here. But he just hits it instantly. That was a really nice and smooth turn 1. As he rides the curve there, that must have cost them at least half a second. He rode the curve, went straight, and that's a lot of traffic ahead of him. Is he going to be able to get past that one? Are they going to let him pass? As we see Casper just sending himself off the track, letting him pass. The Mercedes of Adam just letting him pass. But what about I believe is that RTF? So Ridahan. I'm sorry, so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your name. As he goes up there, almost going onto 3 wheels. As he slams it into there, no locking. I'm not sure if that's OBS. Is this rear slightly slides out there. He's getting the toe from Ridan, as Ridan just goes straight, just lets him pass, and that's a missed apex for Marcus Supra, but it's still in a flat section, so I don't think that would have cost him a lot of time as he goes deeply off, but it's not invalidated because he probably lost time there, as he's really confident on their power so early. He's going to plummet towards the line. What's he going to be? It's going to be a 1:22.4.
I feel like if he didn't mess up on the last couple of corners there, he would have probably gotten an insane lap. As we have GSR Antonio Cortez with a 121.5. Can we see some other good laps from him? He looks confident during this qualifying session. Do you feel like that, Jack as well?
But someone that we should be focused on Alfie. He's P17 at the moment. As he got last round pole position at Monza at the Temple of Speed. He was definitely feeling some speed there. As he's just around halfway round the lap, as he has the Aston Martin behind him that technically would be his teammate due to our partner team system, who he just lets past there nice and cleanly. As there's Ibuka, he was struggling to join, but someone's be able to get him in. That's really nice. Another driver for the race. That's 19, not 20 though. It was always better to have full grid. That's Alfie who goes sideways through there. All the marbles. I'm not sure if the marbles are going to ruin his lap. He's just got to stick to the racing line as he's doing now. As he's coming really close to the final corner, he's got a stamp on it.
Doesn't want to change
near
his
here.
softs, so he's staying out on his softs that he had before because he wants to keep them for the other sessions.
Yeah,
Do you agree
probably.
with that, Jack?
Yes, I do. As he now crosses the line, as he's a bit too close to that inside line. I'm not sure if that's going to gain him time or lose him time, as he just about misses the apex there. But I think that's how you take it. You want to carry his lap speed. He doesn't ride the curve there, like we saw Marcus make that mistake, as he now sends himself down to the mini straight. It's already looking like a fabulous lap there, as he goes off, and that's invalidated for him.
That's a shame. That looked like a really good lap, but he got wheel spin on the exit there.
Yeah, he did, and it should be around the time in the next couple of minutes where everyone will start plummeting out the pit lane. It'll be traffic mayhem, as everyone just wants to get their last laps in GT.
As we see the AlphaTauri of Fire Stiller. No,
It's
wait, which
Casper.
AlphaTauri? Smelly Jenny coming into the pits. Look at those marbles on the tyre, Jack.
You can see those. They're quite bad for him.
He'll need to change his softs. That'll be a shame because he needs it for the next quali sessions.
He does. That's Yin who leaves session. I'll just get to inviting him again. The question is though right now, is Alfie gonna box onto a new set of softs and fly by, make sure he secures that Q2 position, or is he just gonna leave it and hope he can do something on them tires? He passes the pit lane entrance, but can he do it next lap? I'm not quite sure. He's gonna try do it this lap though, as he heads down to the line.
The Williams get purple sector 2.
Yeah, it will be
Silver.
at this point. Yeah, Silver's very fast.
Sector 2 for Silver there.
Yeah, Silver,
and
we already
purple
know is very
sector
fast.
1. Could Silver get in a really good lap here?
I'll just focus on him. That isn't
Coming around the
purple.
last corner.
That ain't purple. That ain't purple.
No, it was purple. He got purple sector 2 and purple sector 1, but they might have changed.
How do you think
Mm,
he got that? By the way,
No,
when
'cause
the
it showed
when the
it
map
came up.
when the map flashes purple, was that how you thought?
No, it was like purple for a while.
Yeah, that doesn't mean purple. That just means he's completed the sector.
Oh, okay.
If you go down to race director, then oh no, you can't do that anymore, can you?
No.
Normally you
Can't.
can in garage, and that Smithy boy who's retired from the session. I'm not sure if that was any crash or anything like that. Yeah, sorry, I was just
I
getting a bit
think
confused.
GSR. Oh, GSR has retired from the session there. GSR is a new driver, and he set the fastest lap. No, the second fastest lap in Q1 so far.
Yeah, but nobody really tries in Q1, and that's Kevin retired as well. And Alfie goes P3. We knew he could do something there. I think that's his secured Q2 place, as it's a bit of a traffic mayhem.
Track Racer has
Can't
left
think.
the session. Track Racer hasn't set a time yet, Jack. You might need to invite him.
Yeah, he's very fast, and he might not be able to show that pace here in qualifying. And that's Alfie, who's also retired. Everyone thinks they'll keep their positions.
Mayor sets a 124.742.
That puts him P14, only one position away. I just need to
Smelly Jelly with the
invite.
slowest time of the session. Could Smelly Jelly somehow fix it on his after his outlap?
I don't know if he will fix it. He's coming around the last bit. He's accelerating. He knows. Actually, no, he doesn't have lots of time. I think he's going to try and get in 2 laps. He's going a bit fast for an outlap. He might be just trying to drain some fuel.
He's definitely got tire marbles, Jack.
No, that's just new ones. That's just a few of them. But what can he do? He's a tier 2 driver, but he does have some pace, as we see him heading down towards turn 1 in between that 150 meter braking zone as he fiddles on the throttle. I don't know what that was about. It was a bit weird. Maybe he's struggling for traction. He's doing that again. He's
I feel like
he's backed off that lap.
Yeah,
He's gonna try and do the next one. He's gonna try and just drain some fuel, as you see Mayor doing exactly what I said. He's draining some fuel. He's got to let the
Alfie needs to keep some energy, get some energy. No, Smelly needs to get some energy for his lap.
He's already
'Cause
got
his
tons.
energy is pretty.
Oh no, it is quite low. As you now see, Smelly Jelly around halfway through the lap, just weaving the tyres. He has 1 minute 40 seconds to get to the line, and that will be easily achievable. Trap Racer still hasn't joined, and I think that will be the deadline. So Trap Racer, who we know is very slow, I should probably call him Louis. I don't know how to pronounce it. There, who is not gonna get a time here in Q1. There's been a long Q1 session, and it's not far till the end now, as that's the Williams.
Bank 6 has just validated a really good lap there.
Yeah. He's on a 122.4 though, so he'll be fine for Q1. And that's Smelly Jelly, who is off and away. He's flickering on the throttle. Once
Smelly
again,
Jelly
struggling
sadly
for
can't
traffic.
probably get a lap in, and we'll see him start 16th on the grid.
Where'd you get that from? He's on a lap now.
Oh no, but he was fiddling on his throttle when he's got on wheel spin.
He hasn't got
So
any wheels
probably
on.
he did. He got wheel spin out of what's it called? Turn 4. Smelly Jelly is 3 tenths up on his old time. He has no energy. Jack, what did I say?
Okay, there you go. And that's a P16 just about losing the Q2 position. As that's our top three for Q1 is Sixton, Antonio, and Alfie. Let's just
But
wait.
Streetlights just entered Sector 3 because he's gotten into. Could we see a good lap from Streetlight here?
He's in Q3, and
Yeah.
that's
7 tenths faster. That was a good qualifying section. We have set out the what's it called, the greatest drivers in the race right now. So hopefully it can pull off some good racing.
And that's our 3 out are Jordan, who is Smelly Jelly, Sava, who is Sava Solo, and Louis, I don't know how to say it, who
Sadly,
is
Lewis
Trap
couldn't
Racer.
do anything there. I think he had technical issues.
And that's a mare who just about edges into Q3, only just by about 6 tenths. And then 2 tenths to him is Adam, then Rico, then Streetlight, then Silver. Into the top 10 we have Ridahan, Kevin, Marcus, Casper, Banksix, I don't know his name, Yin, Smithy Boy, I'm not sure who that is, Alfie, Antonio, and Sixon.
I feel like Antonio is going to have a strong race here. It's his debut race, and he looks on form, doesn't he, Jack?
He does, but we'll just have to wait 2 more sessions, as Q2 I believe is quite a smaller session, so just the drivers can get ready for the final showdown. Here is where we'll have full drivers, so there will be 5 out and 10 remaining, as we'll see hopefully in a few moments our first driver coming out of the pit lane.
I wonder what strategies are people doing. I wonder if they're going for custom. Most people would be going for custom, but would they be going for a more high speed custom strategy? As we see, the first person to go out of the pits is Antonio, I believe. Or maybe that's
That's
just Kevin.
a huge queue there coming out of the pit lane.
I think it will sparse out during the coming laps. Kevin is leading this traffic jam right now.
Yeah, as you see, I believe that is Casper, and that's I believe Casper, yes, who's nearly in the wall. That was really close to what I believe would be a retirement. I don't know how he saved that. He must have slammed on the brakes.
I feel like
There.
I have a feeling that the Haas, no, the Haas didn't get in, did they? Or did they?
Yin did.
I feel like it'll be a. I feel like it'll be slipstream. If someone gets slipstream by another driver, I feel like it'll improve their lap drastically.
Yeah, I'm not sure around here though, because here it's mostly just dirty air. It's only really down the back straight where slipstream works. It might also be during these mini straights where it could help just that tiny bit, but definitely not going into the flat section. Because really in the flat section, you want as much speed, but you want as much grip as well, as that's just a huge queue
As Kevin
of
is
red dots.
coming up he's coming up to start his first lap. Could we see a good lap from Kevin, or could he abort it? Is Kevin starts going into the first corner here? Actually, I've just realised something. It seems like Fire Stilix is on hards. I feel like that is maybe a technical issue from his team to him, or maybe they just put him on hards for like no reason. What do you think, Jack?
Not quite sure. But that's Yenma Riz. I think he's backed out of that one. He's just trying to wait until the traffic clears up.
As both Alpines, no, as one of the Alpines slows down. As Kevin is coming around the final couple of corners, could we see him get a starstruck first P1 here? Why am I saying P1? Could we see him getting a good lap here as he turns on the DRS late? Maybe that will impact the lap a little bit as he gets a 1:22.83. Antonio sets fastest with a 1:22.1. Six sets a 1:22.7. Oh, it says contact between the Kevin and RTF Pro player. No, I think that may be a little bit of front wing end plate damage there. Are you there? Oh, as we see Smithy boy set a 1:21.682. That's a good lap from him, but he gets beaten by Sixer with a 1:27. Wait, what has just happened to Smithy? Has he retired or has he crashed?
I think that was just a retirement as he just pulls to the side of the track. There might be a little bit of an investigation and maybe 1 or 2 penalty points for not retiring manually in the pit lane, because you are only meant to do it in the pit lane. As we see Sixton, we know he can go so much faster. And someone, I can't remember who, said they can get a 20.2. So I wonder. I think people, maybe some on just maybe a few lap use softs, some on brand new
It's a
softs,
surprise to
and
me to
that's
see
a
Alfie
nearly a
set a lap.
spin, really close spin with Sixton as he's nearly sent it into the barriers.
It's a bit of a surprise to me that Alfie hasn't set a lap yet. He's had his out lap and stuff, but he looks like they put him on the wrong strategy because they put him on mediums instead of softs. As we see Sixton Linderhart going into the pit lane now, he'll probably as he drifts into the pit lane, nearly hitting the barrier there. Jack, did you see that close call with Sixton Linderhart?
Yeah, I did.
Jack, don't you think it's a bit of a surprise that Alfie hasn't pitted it yet? No, has not changed his tyres.
Not really. This isn't a lot for the drivers. Alfie's just on the mediums. He's just going to use those to get a quick lap. He might even put on some worn softs just to get a little bit faster and get into that top 10, because it all narrows down to Q3, where the top 10 will be left standing. There's only 10 drivers that have set a time so far, but it will definitely be more, and it'll be a fight, just improving. I don't think Sixton is going to get beaten in this session unless we know some of the few people that could catch up to him. That could include Alfie, Antonio, Kevin. Maybe even we can find Silver getting up there if he finds that little bit of pace. He did go quite fast in practice, but I'm not sure what it'll do here in the real thing. As that's a spun round Aston Martin. There, that's Rudderhan. Not sure how he spun. I think he just lost it coming out of turn one. Maybe rode the curb a bit wrong. As we know, these curbs can be really deadly here.
Mm. It's sad to see track racer or rubbish out of quality here. Having technical issues make him out. Leave the session.
Yeah, and that's Sixton who has retired. He thinks that'll get him into Q3, sorry, and I do too. I think I've already does. There's a 127 will probably get the job done and quite cleanly as well. Mayer's definitely going to be the one pushing, try and get into the top 10 because he has pace, but sometimes he just can't quite find it. It's about 6 tenths up into P10 at the moment, but I'm not sure how much he is going to improve. It might even be a second he can improve by. But right now we're focusing on Rudderhan. He's up by a tenth. Well, he's down by a tenth. Sorry, he's improved by a tenth. But he's invalidated that. Is there anyone else in the lap? And he's just spun it along with the invalidation. And that Supra.
Somehow set a really good lap on those mediums.
And that Supra, that's up by 2 seconds, and he's just invalidated that. 2 seconds he was up by.
That would be an amazing lap there. Jack Alfie has set a 1:21.9.
Yeah, and that's really impressive, especially on the medium compound of tyre. I think that will get the job done, and he has, I believe, either 2 or 1 sets left reserved for him in Q3. And that's 4 minutes, 4.5, just over 4.5 minutes left now. As Alfie retires, he knows he can get that done. But can Antonio steal one of the top 3? Can he steal Alfie's P3, or maybe even Smithy's P2, or maybe even if he gets really lucky, Sixton's P1?
I have to say, Alfie does look very strong here. Hopefully, he can set a good lap in Q3 and maybe get onto the front row. But we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, thank you, darling. Got inspired, you know, from seeing all the. I just want to get away from them. Thanks, just comment. Oh, God, you like it. My dear.
Now when we see all the cars flooding out of the pit lane trying to get a lap, as we see Pierce outlap, already outlap, and that's 4 drivers on an outlap. That will soon be around 7 or 6 depending on how many people get a decent time. That's Rudderhan as well. That's going to be on an outlap in not very long. Let's focus here on Kevin. That's lots of marbles for him. As he spun it with all them marbles, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get a lap. with them tyres. He's already in P6, so he should have that secured. And Mayor's still in the pit lane. I don't think Mayor wants to get
Antonio's
another lap in.
looks so strong here.
I
Could he
don't
set a better
think
time
Mayor.
than he did before? As he sets a 1:21.542. That is a really good lap for him, but it was invalidated, sadly.
That was invalidated ages ago, but it's going to be Mayor who's coming to come out. It's going to be very tight coming to the line. He's going to just try and get one lap, and he has to improve by around a second to get to his time that he really wants to get. And you know it because everyone wants to get into Q3, and that is someone who's just sent it. Well, Silver's improved to P6 from P10. And that's Casper, who's now in P4. And it's 1.5 minutes remaining here in Q2, and that's Savo, who's left the session, and I'll just have to invite him back there. There he goes. And Kevin's up by 3 seconds. He's flying right now. I'm not sure how he's done that. His tyres are completely full of marbles. He spun on the previous lap at very slow corners. He sends it into there, uses all of the exit, sends himself down to the back straight, and that's Antonio, who has retired from the session here in P5. But is he going to go down? Kevin goes P6, 4 tenths he's improved on, and he's gone up 4 lessons, and that's Yin. Where's and that's Yinmo Riz, who sets third with a 1:21.8. That's just a tenth faster than Alfie, but that's on the soft, and Alfie was on the mediums. It was a very impressive lap by him. And that's now Silver in the pit lane, and that's Streetlight, who is retired. He can't make it. But what can Mayor do? Mayor's just on a lap now. He's sending it down. The Alfa Romeo engine blaring down the back straight. He's not gonna use any of the exit there. That's a bit weird, and he's gonna miss the apex here at turn 2. It's going to go turn 3 onto the mini straight. The 50-meter ball is quite about missing. That makes him miss the apex, and he over brakes for the next corner, coming down to what I like to call the hairpin. He locks up there, misses the apex entirely. It's a very bad lap here, but can he picked it? That's a spin for Rico, and I think that's a retirement. I think he spun into the wall, and that's him out, or it might have been a manual retirement. I'm not quite sure. But then that's
him hitting up a driver, and then he spun into the barrier.
Yeah, and that's just a McLaren who's retired. He's disappeared now. He's sending it round the flat corners. He's lifting a little bit even. That's losing him tons of time. The car's bogging down. He's on a very slow lap, but is it slow enough to get him out of the top 10? I'm not quite sure. He sends it round the final corner onto the main straight. He's got the DRS open, and he sends it down, and that's Banksix, who goes P2, steals Smithy Boys P2, and that's Mayor, who goes P10 to be in Q3, but it's only one person who could demote that from him, and he's 5 tenths up, and that's Rodahan. Is he going to snatch the P10 and the Q3 position from Mayor? We will see. He sends it round the final corner. He hits the apex, but goes a bit wide, and what can he do? He's sending it down. He's in gear 7. The DRS is open, and he's just about missed it from Mayor, I believe. I think that's P11 for him. Really unlucky, and that's Mayor, who's just done a miracle lap. He put it together horribly, but he just about got that luck in the final set of corners to gain that time and go P10. And that's Banks's, who out of the blue, out of nowhere, took Smithy's P2. And that's very interesting there, as our top 3 is Sixton, Banks's, and Smithy. And our bottom 5 are Mayor, Silver, Kevin, Antonio, Casper, and Alfie. And who's in P4 is Yin, Mo, Riz. Alfie, who gets P5, the only person on the mediums there. That's quite interesting. I'm not sure how he did that
Hopefully we could
on the
see a
mediums.
strong race from Antonio and Banksis. What do you think, Jack?
We're not quite sure on where the starting positions are going to be. They might start in P10, and that might not be very good. But we're about to find out with, I believe, 18 minutes, or it might be 10. I can't remember. It might be 12 minutes of Q3, and that's just reset. Went down 2 seconds. Drivers get an extra 2 seconds. Who's going to be the first one out of the pit lane? My dog's now barking at me, so I'm just going to mute that.
As Kevin is the first one to exit the pit lane, followed by Sixon. No, followed by Alfie, and then followed by Smithy, and then followed by Antonio and the AlphaTauri.
I missed Ethan.
Kevin seems to be the first one out the pit lane.
Yes, it does, and he's going to be the first one then to set a lap. He's somehow already invalidated it. He must have just run wide there. He's got brand new, I believe they're brand new sauce. So we'll
Yes.
see what they can do as he's across the line just now, and he's going to send it down into turn one with his teammate just behind. Antonio's going to get a bit of that slipstream there, and that's a bit funny between the Ferrari of Smithy and I believe was that Alfie or Sixton? One of the two. Just
No, it
really
was
close call
Alfie.
there, and that's Kevin just chucking it into the corners. Just sending his wheel into a 90-degree angle and just sending the car, flowing it through. He does it through the flat section as well as he sends the car through there. As he now comes to the left-hander, as it's a long sweeper down into the flat couple of corners. He's going to keep it flat there, switch it in. He's not going to use all the exit there. That might have lost him maybe
I just
just a
realised I didn't even
tiny
have
bit of time.
MFD open. I see a
And they
validates on
pulls
the
into the
last
pit lane.
part.
And update.
Let's go on the camera with Sixton now. Sixton in the heart, looking for a strong lap here. Could he pull it off, or will he fail? As Antonio gets fastest lap of 1:21.2.
We see they're getting faster, and that's about, I believe, what I remember, about 4 tenths, maybe 3 tenths faster than what he did before. And I wonder how much Sixton can improve. He sends it through there as fast as he can. The game's bugging out. He's really fast, and that's an Alfie with a 1:21.1, and that's Sixton who drifts slight bit wide in that last corner. That must have lost him a lot of time. But is it enough time to send him back down? Is it going to be a low 120? It's going to be a 125.7. What a time!
What a lap.
That's Sixton. He's just going to have a cool down lap, and that's Mayor who leaves the game. And I'll just Send him a quick invite there.
Sava chatting about.
And that's Kevin on his outlap with, I believe, a new set of tyres. I don't think it was a bit of a new set of tyres, but that was that someone in the wall? Yes, it was. It was Silver in the wall. No damage, I don't think. Let me just have a quick look.
With Silver,
Yep, no damage
I feel
there.
like Silver is coming into the pit lane now.
Is there a bit of damage? No, it is not. No damage there. With that
He is
little
lucky to have no
collision with a bit of
damage there.
collider, and that's going to be Kevin, who is halfway through the track, and that's Smithy, who just heads off of the tarmac, and that's Silvo nearly takes out Kevin. Cuts across the track. It wasn't very close call, but oh, and that 16, he nearly buries it in the barrier. That was really close in the pit lane.
Did he get wheel spin on the out on the inside?
No, on the straight little bit, he got some lots of oversteer and just nearly sent it into the barrier.
Oh, I was spectating Silver. Can we go and grab some water?
Mom.
As I see Yin Maurice come into the pit.
Everyone in the pit lane except from one person. I believe that's Caspar, and now that's Silver, who are just going to head onto the pit lane to get some laps in while nobody else is. Everyone's just going to change to a new set of soft, come instantly back out for around the 3-minute mark. Everyone knows 3-minute mark is when everyone flies out the pit lane, traffic occurs, and everyone just tries to get fastest lap they can. And we're on board now with Casper, who's the leading car at the moment. He's just going to spend tons of time on his outlap, maybe do 2 full laps, 2 push laps, just about if he can. We will see if he can in not very long.
Yeah, fine. Sorry about that, Jack. I just did the biggest burp in my whole life. I just wanna live wild. as people are coming out the pit lane here, could we see a good lap? Some good laps from the top 10 right now. Is Sixton still holds the lead in first place? Sorry guys, I've just had a little bit of fluctuation.
Ethan, you can kind of stop with that now, as that's everyone flying out on an out lap. As we see, that's quite a lot of traffic, and that's Sixton who lets go of his wheel. It flies left and right, and he nearly collides. And that's Yin who nearly turned. No, sorry. Normally it's Ian who's in the Mercedes. Will you stop cutting me off? Normally it's Ian who's in the Mercedes, but now it's Banksis, who nearly cuts off Sixton. Sixton's just gonna try and improve. And that's and that's Alfie. That goes a long way off the track, just letting pass all the drivers, just being very safe. But Sixton's doing the opposite. Sixton wants to get past everyone. Sixton now passes Alfie, his teammate, maybe to give Alfie a little bit of a tow. As we know, Sixton doesn't really need the tow, as he's so fast anyways. It'll have to be quite soon when he speeds up. And that quite soon should be a bit like now. Some people might not even make it to the line. I don't think Smithy's going to make it to the line.
I don't think so either, Jack.
And it's 35 seconds.
Alfie, shall we go on board with Alfie now? Alfie just starts his out lap, just starts his his second lap of the session. Could Alfie somehow get a better time than he did last time? Could he somehow get a better time than Sixton here? We'll have to see.
Be better than Sixton, but the Ferrari does make it. But it's going to be a close question. I think that's Antonio going to make it, and Mayor doesn't. Mayor's already in the pit lane. Was it Antonio who didn't make it, or was that Kevin? It was Antonio, and he's getting a 128. That's going to set him up into the P2 at the moment. But a 128, that's really impressive. Only 3 seconds, 3/10, sorry, off of Sixton. But what's Sixton's going to do? Sixton's 3/10 faster now. He's sending it through these final couple of corners. He's still yet to be invalidated, and that's a big slide there. Is that going to lose him time, or is that going to gain him time? And that's he nearly goes off around the final corner. That's a bit sketchy round there. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? And it's going to be a 120.005. What a lap. Nearly a 119. What a lap. But now it's going to be Alfie. What's Alfie going to get? He's going to get a 120.999. What about Smithy? What's Smithy going to do? Is he going to get better than Alfie? We'll find out in just a couple of moments. I think he does get better than Alfie. He goes second. He got at least, I think that must be ranging in between a 128 and a 120 thing. Is it a one? It's a 126 there. What a lap. Kevin and Mayor, unlucky, could not get a lap in that this round off. Our top 3 and then our rest of our drivers. So our top 3 is Sixton, Smithy and Antonio, and the rest of our drivers are Alfie, Banksis, Casper, Yin, Silver, Mayor, and then Kevin to round off our top 10, and it's soon going to be the race. So Kevin Ethan, I'll just yeah, he does, but not in that qualification. I'll commentate lap 1, and then you can come in.
Okay, I'll come in if there's a big crash or something.
Yeah. As I believe people have to wait the 2-minute rule, as we like to call it, as I was a bit off with my predictions. It's 9:15 now here in the UK, so we're going to finish at about 15:15. That is quite perfect. But we'll be starting at about 47, 48. Unless if nobody listens to the rules, that happens quite often. And that's Banksis, who leaves the session. That's really unlucky. His AI is going to have to do it because we can't invite him. at this point. Let me just check them.
That's a shame. I feel like that's technical issues, or maybe he didn't load it in time.
I think that's just the game disconnecting them.
It's a shame. It's going to be a very close top 5, with 2 rookies starting in the top 5.
There's still 3, I believe. I don't think anyone's readied up. They might have been readying up though. Still not quite sure. As it just says waiting for players.
I love the fans.
As it points towards the fans that paid a lot of money to get here, as well as the pit lane with all our driver names on them. The DHL, the track's main sponsor, except from obviously Qatar Airways, that will be just above the red lights. That will be going out very, very soon.
Jack Kravitz, I feel like it will be a very close race here. What do you think as well, Jack Kravitz?
I think it will be quite close. Yeah, I believe Antonio in the top 4, and that's Mayor that leaves, and it's 3 red lights, 4, 5 red lights, and it's away we go. Shut up, Ethan. Okay, and that's Sixton. We just ride on board with him. He's got a very good start, but it's going to be Smithy. He's going to try and send it around the outside. He's not going to try and do that. What's going on around the back? That's lots of contact there, but I'm not sure if that's any damage. And that's a Ferrari of Smithy boy. He's spun round from P2 to now last. And what's Antonio going to do? Is Antonio doing anything? But it's lots of position changing round the back. It's 3 wide, and it's 2 wide behind that. It's so close. As you see, the 2 wide between them and the McLaren of I believe that's Kevin AI'd, and it's all over the place here. What's going to happen? I'm not quite sure, but that down the back straight, I think that's going to be an overtake. Yin's holding on really close to the back of Alfie as he just gets a bit of understeer there. That's caused him to go off, and that's Adam. That was alongside Rudderhand, and I think he's going to be alongside now, but he's just backed off the throttle quite a lot. I need to invite Mayor's not online anymore.
Super gets taken out by Adam.
Is he out, or is he just spun around?
He's spun around, but he's at the back.
Yes, he is, and it's side by side between Mayor. Oh, yeah, Mayor's just AI'd and gone. I need to invite some people.
Okay, I'll commentate then. As we see, Ebok
and that's 2 people at the back.
Oh my god! Ebok forces the Aston Martin off the track as the Mercedes swerves. Adam of the Mercedes is has to defend off of pro players' attacks against him. Could we see an overtake from pro player here? As Antonio takes the lead of the race. I don't know what happened to Sixton there, but Antonio is leading the race right now.
I think that's Antonio who's just let. I think that's Sixton who's just let Antonio pass. Maybe. He might have just sent it on the inside just to get the DRS. That would be on the main straight.
Ebok forced the Aston Martin wide, and I feel like
and that's Smelly Jelly who's just been spun round, and that's Smelly Jelly and Skippy out of this race. They just collided. That was insane. I'm surprised that's not a full safety car. That was crazy. A little rundown of that. Smelly Jelly nearly gets spun round. He just about saves that. And then Smithy hits the back of him.
As we see Sixton go into the pit lane.
He must have collided. He wouldn't have. He must have collided with Antonio. Yes, he has. He's had some front wing damage. There's a little, and that's Banksy who's out of this race. And that's out of this race, and that's a full safety car now. Little rundown what happened between Smithy and Jordan. So Smithy hit the back of Jordan, nearly spinning him round, but Jordan would be able to save it, and then Smithy cut the track. Smelly was there, just turned in, like normal, took the corner, but Smithy was there waiting in the middle of the track for him. That was insane. That was not allowed one little bit. That would be a very harsh investigation. I'm not sure why he just didn't brake and just put himself in a position where he can't take them rounds. Okay, I just need to reverse.
Such a good race, isn't he, Jack Kravitz?
He is, but it was a bit weird there. How he supposedly might have caused a collision between Sixten and Antonio. There might be a report there after the race. But right now, Sixten all the way at the back. That's position swapping between Lewis and Redahan. Lewis being AFK sent with Sava for no reason. I'm not sure why they're doing that. And that's Alfie practically pushing Antonio along, saying, "I want to get past you." Alfie isn't having any of that. He doesn't want to see that McLaren's rear wing one time again. All he wants to see is the Aramco painted onto the back of the safety car.
Also, what a first couple of laps from Ian Morris. He's moved up to P3. Could he pick off the scraps from Antonio and Alfie's battle here?
To weaving them tires, just trying to get a little bit of heat. He's on the hards, Antonio's on the mediums, same with Alfie and thingy. We know Casper can be quite fast. He's on the hards too, so it might be just a medium battle in front with Alfie and Antonio, and then a hard battle between Yin and Casper there. Silver behind also on the hards, and Kevin there on the mediums.
Surprise somehow made it up to P10 after that awful spin he had on the first lap. Jack, I feel like there needs to be an investigation into Ebok. He gave, I think pro players still got front wing damage.
Yeah, maybe his name's Rudahan. Pro player.
I mean, Rudahan still has front wing damage because he did get pushed off the track and did hit Ebok's front tire.
Yep. It depends if he sends an report in, and Sixten's getting a bit annoyed. Seeing the back of that streetlight, who was ghosted. He's not ghosted anymore. I sent him an invite, and he has been able to join that. As it's only lap 4, and oh, so much has happened. And Sixten just weaving there, nearly hitting the back of the Alfa Romeo.
I feel a bit sorry for Bank 6. He looks strong during qualifying.
Safety car in this lap. Okay, I'm just gonna focus towards the front, as it all probably gonna just bunch up like they normally do.
I'm going to focus on Rico. I feel like Rico could have such a good start here if he times it right.
Yeah. Focus on like the back middle-ish of the pack. The stream and me are focusing on the front, and the main commentating will happen on the front as all the drivers, and that's a safety car, and that's a front wing flying as Antonio steps on it and he's gone. But Alfie did get a better no, not a better one, but he did get quite a good reaction time. He's got the ERS on as well. Is he going to send it up the inside? He's not quite close enough for that. And that's position changing between Silver and Casper. Silver pushing Casper off the track, squeezing him out round the outside.
Is that Super out there?
And that's a car spun round there. I'm not sure who that was.
It was Super. Super got wheel spin on, and he rode the curb, and it just sent him off.
And that's Rudahan, I think, also got spun round. Once again, he's been so unlucky, and that's position changing between Sava and Sixten.
Sixten's picking up positions here like he's picking up flies. It's doing really well right now. Mare is defending Sixten like a beast though, but Sixten still prevails to get past. 3-second time penalty for Mare. I don't know what he did there. I think that was the track limits.
Yeah, I think so too. And that's a safety car there. What has happened? I think that's Streetlight, who might be out. The
No.
Streetlight
Wait, what's
isn't
happened?
out. There was a bit of collision between Streetlight and Supra. Maybe that was just a bug. And that's position changing. Yin's just and that's boxing for Antonio and Alfie. As you see, Sixten already up in P11/10.
Mare pits for damage. I feel like Mare got front wing damage.
Yeah, and then we see Sava, and that's Mayor disqualified. Not disqualified, sorry, retired. I'm not sure why he's done that. There's a long way left in this race. He might have even been on for points, and that's Antonio down in P12 with Alfie just behind, still in the pit lane. Up ahead is Silva in P2, driving really well.
Rico's had a good first couple of laps. He's not been in any collisions. He's not been in anything. Rico seems strong today. What do you think about that, Jack?
He does, yeah, but who looks really strong is Sixten. He has literally, in a single lap, made up
From P16.
8 positions. 8 positions in one lap. He steams past everyone. No one has a chance against still blatantly new driver. He's
Possibility for restart?
very high. No, we're not restarting. Why would we restart?
I don't know. I mean, crash was.
It's a crash, mate. We're not restarting for crashes. We restart for
I think
bugs,
that,
not
but,
crashes.
But we got like 10 calls. We got disconnected. Well,
Look at
I've invited them all back. Everyone's in now, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I have to retire.
It's sad that we see Bank 6 out of the session so early here.
Yeah, and that's
Really
Adam,
behind.
and that's Adam with a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. Maybe overtaking as he overtakes Casper. Just along with that, just giving himself some more penalties there. Sixten in P8 is probably going to be not very happy looking at the back of a midfielder's team. And that's a little bit of a collision. Sixten's going to stay a bit behind Rico now after that.
Is that damage for Sixten there?
And towards the front is a bit of an odd top 5. It's 5 teams. You can even say up to the top 6 is a bit odd. We've got a Haas in P1, a Williams in P2, a Red Bull in P3, a McLaren in P4, Mercedes in P5, and AlphaTauri in P6. All different teams fighting for this, and that's Strat Racer and Antonio trading positions there. It's just AI, so I think he's just letting him pass. It's a bit laggy.
Towards the front. I'm right now spectating the mighty Rico. Surely he could have a good start here. His reaction speed on the first start was a bit off, and Silver and Yimore swap positions there.
Yeah, and that's Trap Racer will now be disqualified after half distance, but not half distance, around, I believe, a quarter distance now on AI. And that's a bit of a bundle between a few cars.
I think Fire's braked a little bit too early.
Whoa, and that's a brake check. Silver got nearly brake checked. I think that's just a safety car. That slowed down, so Yin
Safety car could be in this lap.
I think it will be. Normally it's around now. And they'd announce it now. Yep. And that's Silver who nearly gets brake checked once again by Yin, and Yin's going to entirely choose when he wants to put his pedal to the metal.
Can Rico defend off Sixten here? This could be an insane battle. If Rico can defend off Sixten, could he hold him up?
It's a bit. There's a lot of traffic back there. Yin's enjoying having everyone behind. He's just gonna get the most benefit of going round the corner when he straightens out and nobody else is. It's 3 wide there. Just everyone just trying to get the best position to go. But everyone's in the right line, and it's pedal to the metal for Yin as he has a big loss of oversteer, and that's going to be Silver who's going to gain and gain and gain, and Yin, and that's Silver who's going to take P1. He's going to go side by side, but is that Abuka? Is he going to send it up the inside? No, he isn't, and that's Yin who's pushing Silver, and Silver's round. Sixten's up, no, Silver's round. Did you see what happened there, Ethan?
Sixten made out a double overtake in one corner. What an overtake! And Sixten hits the back of Kevin. Oh, and down the inside goes Rico. Rico makes up 4 positions there.
And up the inside it is for, I believe, Sixten. He's going to send it up the inside. It's side by side between Casper and him. He's going to try and drag it all the way around the outside, but he's not going to try and barrel to get it. Casper's, along with that, is going to get Antonio and Kevin, and Sixten's going to drop down another position. But he's going to gain one as he's side by side between Kevin, and now Streetlight overtakes Kevin. It's all over the place down here.
See, can we talk about Rico's 4 overtake? That overtake was impressive.
Yeah, down the front. Yeah. Down the front, I think Yin just got a bit too confident, went onto the power way too early when side by side hit the back of Silver, and that's caution in sector 3. Is a 3-second time penalty. I think he's just gone really wide, and that's both the Aston Martins in last and second to last, and that's Abuka who's going to get a first lap, and that's Alfie who gets bundled in a bit of a collision, and that's collision between Abuka and Yin. Yin just kind of turns into Abuka. Nothing he could have really done there, and it's side by side between Casper and Marcus Super, but it's now going to return. Casper's going to lose it. It's now 3 wide coming into one of the flat corners, and that's 3 wide nearly there, and Alfie loses 2 positions. He's going to try and go for the switchback on Streetlight. Is he going to get it done? I'm not sure if he is, but he's definitely going to try and follow him down. It's so close still. Yin's still looking right at the back of Abuka, nearly hitting him. He's going to try and go for the switchback. It's now side by side. He loses side by side. He doesn't get as good of an exit, but he's gaining and gaining through the flat section of corners. He has more thing. He pushes him a little bit. Has to brake tons.
Spectate Sixten. Sixten is coming up on the leaders right now.
He is. He's definitely caught up to that battle. Is he going to send it up the inside? He's not, but he's definitely going to try and make a move down this straight. It's still not DRS enabled, but he has ERS. He's gonna steam past the Haas. Is he gonna get Abuka? And that's Sava who's out of the race, and that's Sixten who spins round.
As Rico gets passed by Antonio.
What happened there? He hasn't lost the most amount of positions. He's down in P7. I'm not sure what happened there. I think he got a little bit of a push from Adam.
He got hit by Yin in the back, and then he hit Ebok, and then it just spun him out. It was like counter. It was a racing incident. Nobody's fault there.
Yeah, let's just review on the safety car restart how Silver got spun around, and now he's back up into P9. Yin just went onto the power a bit too early, spun him round. That was a really hectic spin.
What has happened to Alfie?
From Sixten. He got tagged round.
Rico has had such a good race so far. He's been in no collisions, no incidents. He's just been very calm and easy on that throttle there. Same with Supra. We could see a battle between Supra and Rico coming up soon.
and it's insane. It's the top 4 fighting for the lead. We never know who's going to catch it. And it's DRS enabled. It's just a DNS train. Is Antonio going to go for the double overtake? He gets it done on the main straight. It's side by side between Anuka and him. Is Anuka going to try and get the inside? And Yin's going to take the inside as well. Yin's still going to have to go all the way around the outside. Is he going to try and make it? I don't think he does. Yes, he does actually. What a move from Yin. But he's still going to have a Buka on his inside.
But they're side by side here. Could Sixton make an overtake done? They're still side by side and through the couple of corners, but Sixton gets a rotation advantage and gets through.
That was a
3-second penalty there.
That was a nice overtake by Antonio, just on the main straight, breezing past, and Yin nearly got the switchback, and then he pulled him alongside and managed to go all the way around the outside at turn 2. It was a fight. It was a 4-way battle for the lead, but Antonio's going to just cruise.
Supra, and they're side by side here, but Supra tries to lunge back on Sixton. Could we see an overtake get done by Supra on Sixton here? Sixton Linhart gets a 3-second penalty. Could that change something for him? Yeah.
It might do, and he pulls into the pit lane, in fact, for maybe the hard compounder tires, and he spins there. He got saved. He gets saved. Was that a reset to track? And that's a 5-second penalty for speeding. He forgot that he can do that, and that's a retirement. He's out of the race. Why?
Yes.
And that's really interesting there. I never thought that would happen.
That seems like a bad thing from Sixton.
I think he just got multiple warnings. He got dished out the time penalty for corner cutting, and then that's Alfie with a new fastest lap, and then he gets he spins in the pit lane. I'm not sure if that spin in the pit lane was just a pit lane saving him, or if he resets that to track. If that's a reset back to track, it might be a penalty point or so. And then he just did in quali and practice, didn't slow down for the pit lane, got 5 seconds, and then manually retired.
Supra is running P5 right now. That is a good thing from him. But could we see Rico with an overtake on Supra? He is side by side onto the straight with him.
And he nearly hits him in the rear. Another battle is Kevin and Alfie. Is Rico going to be able to just steam past? He's got the ERS. He's got the DRS. Are they both going to overtake? They're both going to overtake Adam. They're both going to overtake Adam, and he sends it out the inside. That was a bit of a dirty move, but he's going to keep it safe. And it's 3 wide now between Adam, Rico, and Marcus. Marcus is going to come on top, but Rico's going to want to try and get that P4. But Adam isn't very happy. He wants his position back. He got overtaken twice.
Oh, as Adam tries to launch down the inside. Oh my god!
And that's a collision between, and he's gonna get hit around again. Whoa, that was a lot involved. Adam hits the back of Rico. Rico hits the back of Marcus. Marcus spins round. Along with Rico spinning round. And then Adam gladfully loses a front wing. He definitely deserves that front wing loss, and that's Casper with the new fastest lap. It was Alfie that got 2 for 2 laps on fastest laps.
That was Adam's fault. Adam should be getting a penalty for that.
That'll definitely be investigated after race.
Rico goes off the track there. Rico needs a pit.
It's gonna be
His front end plate go off there, Jack.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting though, because anyone's in for this win, but I think our most chance of winning is going to be Antonio. He has very fast pace.
Could be a potential as Rico gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in pits. I feel like that's very undeserved, Jack.
Yeah, but speeding in the pit lane depends how fast you are. If he just reports that it was a bit weird, and he was only like a mile an hour over, then we will give him we will remove the 5 seconds. But that's Adam who's just losing time onto the back of Kyle there. As I'm just gonna go for a few minutes.
It's a bit of a shame to see that massive crash from Super and Rico there. As there's not very much interesting things going on right now in the paddock, but could be a change in doubt as Super comes into the pits from the damage earlier in that race. In the race, could we see a swapping over of places right now? As the gap, as the grid is very spaced out at the moment, having lost a couple of the best drivers on the grid right now, like Sixton and Smithy Boy. But could we see anything other interesting things happen? As Pro Player and Alfie could trade off positions here. Hopefully Antonio can present something here as we see one of the Williams just go off the track. I believe that is Rico there. Rico's just banged it into the barrier, but sadly happily he's enjoyed the track there. That's very good for him. Let me just move my mic over real quick. As it's a bit of annoying, as it's a bit annoying for Rico having a really good race here, but he's just been put into the barriers so many times. Could we see a potential retirement from Rico? Hopefully not. I really like Rico during this race. As Ebot gets a 5-second gets a 3-second penalty there, that could change something for him. He was doing really well in the top 3 right just before. As Streetlight is in the top, is P2. I wasn't expect that coming from Streetlight. Good on him. Could we see some more overtakes? The Silver gets a 3-second time penalty. That might ruin it for him.
Hello. What have I missed?
Well, you missed Rico. He hit the barrier. He spun and hit the barrier.
Really undeserved and not what he should have got.
As you have to remember, Streetlight is somehow P2, but as people come into their second round of pit lane, a second time of pitting, could we see a potential undercut here? Jack, what do you think?
I'm sorting out Discord stuff right now.
Alfie is not showing very much potential during this race, sadly. As there's a caution in sector 3, what has happened? Let's go and see. As Rico bings it into the barriers, Rico's tyres are done. Maybe he needs a pit here, as he doesn't go into the pits. That's a bit odd, coming from someone like Rico there. As it seems, Track Race has been on his tyres for 17 laps now, even though he's in AI mode. Could we potentially see another pit stop coming shortly, as Kevin's done his tyres for 10 laps now? Those tyres don't look good. As there is a yellow flag sector 3. Yellow flag sector 3. Who has gone off the road in sector 3? I think that's Rico again. As Rico's team say, books, 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 books. As Rico comes into the pits now, could we potentially see him go onto new tyres? Because those hards are worn out. As the Ferrari team also say, books, 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 books. Jack, what do you think about it?
Being a bit summer donuts, they'll probably put him onto inters, but it will definitely be around the time where if they're doing mediums last, they'll definitely box now, or maybe even hards, just to be a bit safe. As a team, Marcus Supra.
His team order him to go into the pits because his tyres are done. Have you seen the marbles on them? His race engineers must have said this, like Carlos Sainz race engineer. Books, books.
They would have box, but it's going to be Supra right on the back of Silver. Silver's on the mediums, he's on the softs. He's going to try and set it all the way around the outside at turn 1. Silver's just going to try and keep it. It's still side by side going into turn 2, and he's going to get it all the way around the outside. What a move. Is Silver going to try and fight back then? Oh yeah, we can, but
right now, could he potentially get an overtake done? He's been looking very strong during this race.
I mean, it's side by side between Silver and Marcus once again. I just missed that, but it was definitely side by side. Marcus still comes out ahead, but after the flat section, can Silver get a better run? And that's Silver who literally just places himself off of the track and gets 3 seconds. for that, and that's Antonio with a
Antonio gets
1:23.5 on the medium set of timer, on the medium set of tire. And Silver's going to have the DRS. Is he going to be able to make it back past Marcus Supra? We'll have a look. But ahead, it's also side by time between Adam and Street there, and Adam just sneaks past Kyle, and that's Silver who also sneaks past Marcus. If these battles collide, it will definitely be an interesting one. And that's Marcus, who's nearly he was actually off the track. He sent himself really deep, and Kyle.
Marcus, you sneaky devil.
Oh my god. Marcus is though catching up. He's braking really late. He's looking up on them soft compounder tires as there's 8 laps left. He has a big bunch of over still.
Going back to another insane battle. Adam has finally got past Streetlight, but Streetlight seems to be coming back at him. If he gets a bad lot of wheel spin, maybe Streetlight could pull alongside him and get an overtake on. What do you think, Jack?
Yeah, maybe. By the way, if you want to call him, Streetlight is Kyle. And there's another battle going on with Rudahan catching up to Kevin, but I think Kevin's just gonna pull away quite soon.
Oh, as Adam brakes mid corner, that's probably gonna lose so much time to him. As Streetlight's got DRS, could he get an overtake on here using all his DRS? And the point he's made the overtake on. That was a good overtake from Streetlight. This is a good mini battle happening right now. As the Red Bull engineers say box to Supra. Supra is in the pits.
Kevin and Rudahan spins round, well nearly spins round, goes completely sideways. And Adam gains on Kyle as Kyle got back past Adam. Never mind, he's not gaining, he's nearly dropping out of DRS range, which is the 1 second. But Rudahan wants revenge for Kevin kind of turning into him. He on lap 22.
Jack, it's a bit of a shame that Rico couldn't pull something off here. He seemed very strong during the first part of the race and the middle part of the race. But now during the end part, in the dying embers of the race, he looks very weary of his tyres.
We've been looking at a struggle of tyre wear around here. Now everyone's out of DRS range except from Rudahan, who's literally extremely close. He hasn't got the DRS, and now everyone's out of DRS range.
Also, something that I find a shame is this. Most people are on softs. That is a bit of a weird strategy around here. Softs? Most of these softs are worn out during qualifying. But Antonio is still leading the race. 9 tenths in front of Yen Moraes.
Is it going to be points for the final race in TSRL for Marcus Supra? We will find out, and it's an Alfa Romeo of Kyle up in P4, who I didn't think would be up in P4 at the moment. If it were to finish now, he'd be in P5, I believe, due to Silver's 17 seconds worth of time penalties. Adam's just got 3 seconds.
Jack Kravitz, what do you think about the situation between Adam and Silver?
Jesus Christ, are you alright?
Oh, I just choked on a Pringle. Sorry everybody, I just choked on a Pringle. Sorry Jack Kravitz, I didn't mean to. Also, call me Crofty.
I just choked on a Pringle. Oh my god. What were them noises you were making, bro? What are you cooking?
Jack Kravitz. Jack Kravitz, call me Crofty, by the way.
No,
Also,
if
as we
anything,
see
I'm crafty.
Silver coming in to close DRS reach of young him dives. Silver could get an overtake on here, but as he gets in that gap,
Okay.
oh, as he does get in DRS range, oh, as he gets so close to it, I think young Himmy Dimes may have slowed
Young
down
Himmy
a
Dimes.
lot there. Coming up to the straight now. Could we see young Himmy Dimes with an overtake here? Will we not let him through?
Silver's tyres are literally done. He turns in, he just went straight. His tyres are done. He won't box, so it's only 4 laps. Is he going to get it past? I doubt so. But watch as he turns into there, it just goes straight. As we see, like, I can feel the grip just demoting itself every single second, and that's Marcus Super. He's just got past Ridihan. Nice move there.
Do you think Antonio Cortez is having an amazing race? Exclamation mark.
Exclamation. Why do you have to say exclamation? Just shout it. That's not an exclamation. So that's Silver with another 3 seconds, making it 20 seconds. And that's the end. Oh my god, honestly, I'm gonna lose it in a minute. And that's a caution in sector 3. And that's Silver. Is he out? Someone spun round and in the barriers. That is Rico. Who has spun round. No, it's Rico.
Oh, hit poor Rico. I bet he hates.
I'm not sure if Silver's.
What?
Who was that? He said shut up. What did he say? Yeah. I don't know. Wait, let me look on the stream. Wait.
As we see, Yin Moore with 11 seconds behind. Poor Yin Moore there. Hopefully he'll pull it together.
I can't tell, and that's Rudahan who leaves the session.
Poor Rudahan, but it's a bit of a shame to see 6th and out so early in this
Since
race.
when do I have someone on my friend list called Big Pickle 69X?
Yeah, I've got a big pickle.
Okay, no, that's a username. Oh my god, honestly. Where's I couldn't tell if that was like Kevin or Lucas or something. Yeah. Who are you talking to, mysterious man? If he's watching the stream, that would actually be real cool. Yeah, I don't know if he says like something like 9-year-old kids or something.
Nah. Can I just say one thing? Alfie's been so shit during this race.
And Alfie has left the track, and that's Adam and Silver. Adam nearly takes out Silver. Silver's all the way around the outside. It's so close, but I think Adam's not gonna hold up a fight. we already know that Silver. We already know that Silver has a 20-second time penalty. We already know that Silver has a 20-second time penalty, so I reckon Adam will be oh my god, perfectly fine. What did he just say?
Fine, Mom. I'm fine.
What happened? What are you doing? I thought you were dying.
I'm fine. I'm commentating. sound like I died.
No.
Who was that? He said shut up. What did he say? Yeah.
As young Himmy Dimes is doing very good, catching up to Silver. Could we
As he's gonna get past Silver, and that's a beautiful move there.
He went around the inside. There!
Oh,
I love
yeah.
the Rolex barriers.
Don't you love the nice floodlights?
I love them.
This is definitely professional commentary.
There's nothing to do. And Silver somehow is making out that gap.
Honestly, I've lost it.
I've lost the plot.
Why the hell did I let you commentate?
I'm good. I'm actually good at commentating. And Silver closes in the gap on young Himmy. As young Himmy goes off the track.
Whoa, what a move!
Move from Silver.
No
my
fear
God,
there.
what a
And it's the
move.
last
My
lap.
mum would say this. What's it the inside? What's the inside?
That's
Silver,
focus.
Young Himmy gets TSRL.
And, oh, what the hell did I just see? Someone's playing sound. Okay, that's not very funny. Okay, so I'm pretty sure now it's coming up to the flat session. Antonio on his debut race, 13 seconds behind him. He can go for a miniature hike and come back to his car and still finish in P1. He's gonna come down near to the final corner. Is he gonna get it in the McLaren in the green and black helmet? He's gonna weave for his first win, his debut win. He comes across the line to win here in round 11 Qatar. What a race from him. Is it going to be Yin behind, or is Yin going to get P2? It's going to be P2 for Yin. Beautiful race from him, and it's also going to be a debut race for Abuka if he can keep this here.
Might be able to make up a couple of positions.
What?
It's not very nice. Oh my goodness, Alfie spins! As Alfie hits the barrier there! Alfie spins and hits the barrier.
Is he going to be out of the points, or is he still going to be in the points? I'm not quite sure what it's going to be, but it's going to be P4 for the Alfa Romeo of Kyle, and due to penalties, it's actually going to be P5. It's going to be P6 now, and I think it's going to stay P6 with Silver just behind, and Alfie's going to move forward one position because Silver has his 20 seconds worth of time penalties, and that's P3 for Abuka on his debut race. What a race it was today.
As we saw the likes of Sixton and Smithy go out of the race. What a sad race to see those two go out of the race. But an amazing race from Antonio as I do a big clap.
I accidentally left Cookie Clicker running. I have 5.8 billion.
I super gets drive of the day. That is very well deserved. I don't want to celebrate my birthday anymore.
Honestly, I can't anymore. I genuinely can't with you.
Oh, go away.
Was my commentating good?
No. Are we on the air? Are we on air right now?
Yeah, we're still there.
Okay, so I need to keep my language down because
Mev, was my commentating good?
I don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about bits of the race. Anyway, I've got so many things to say, but I don't want this stream
Yeah,
to
just because you crashed.
I didn't crash. I had to DNF. because of this lobby being broken with 3 other drivers. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Okay. Ethan, I'll just do pre-race interviews. Because you're a bit.
Oh, let me.
You're a bit. Let me.
Or pre-race interviews.
Wait, let me put on some elevator music while we wait for people.
Jack, was
Hello,
my
guys.
was my
Hello, hello,
commentating
hello.
good?
Will I do
Kevin, did you watch my commentating?
No, I was kind of racing, mate.
I choked on a Pringle.
Should we do my interview? Just get it over and
Are
done.
you even got a question?
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do your interview, Kevin.
Okay.
So Shit.
Honestly.
Choked on another Pringle. So Kevin, your race was pretty mid, in my opinion.
Alright,
You
well,
finished.
from your point of view, yeah, but my
You
pace
seem
was
like
really, really
you
good.
had. You seem like you got very unlucky with the strategies and pit stops.
Yep, I did, because I got wing damage from the Red Bull straight on safety car restart. My pace was up there with probably in for P2, but I was the only driver apart from Chat Race who was on.
Why is the
AI
ball
to
always so
not get a
late?
penalty.
Why did the ball start playing Elevate? I put that on like a few minutes ago.
I was the only driver not to get a penalty, so that definitely helped me.
I know, yeah, Kevin. Also, I want to, Kevin, can we also just speak about the amazing overtake you did?
On who?
I believe it was on Silver and Rico, if I'm correct.
I don't remember that, but was it on stream?
Yes, it was on stream. You did a double overtake, on the mini straight around turn 7. A beautiful way.
Okay. What app was it? I'll have a look at it. What
It
app
was on
it?
YouTube.
Yeah, but what lap?
Oh, it was, I believe it was lap 15.
Okay. I don't think okay, thank you, I guess.
Okay, Kevin, will you mute your mic now? I want to move on to Kyle.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
no,
I'll,
we'll take turns. We
see you
take
guys
turns.
later.
We take turns. My one's next.
See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Shut up, Ethan. Okay. Who should we move on to? Let's do Adam. Is there anything you want to say before I ask him some questions?
No, not really.
So during that incident on, I can't remember the lap, but it's where you hit Rico hit Marcus, both spun
Oh,
round,
yeah, that was a bad one.
damage. What happened there in your view?
So on my view, I was a car's length behind him. I tried to brake early enough to where I could stay with him, but apparently lag disagreed and forced the contact. I do have it saved on my. Well, I've got it recorded and clipped as well. So
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the battle between you and Silver? It lasted more than half of the race, and it was a very clean and nice
I
battle.
mean, it was alright. I mean, just a bit of lag here and there. But in the end, I was still gonna come out on top due to the 20-second penalty.
Yeah. When I had to go for that small amount of time, I came back and you had 20 seconds worth of penalties. Let's just end that there. Okay. Ethan, let's do Cortez last because he's our race winner.
I'm gonna go over to Supra. Hello, Supra. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
Super, you got very unlucky during that last race of your TSRL career. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm not too bothered anymore. I mean, I'm not winning the championship anyways. I mean, Red Bull might. I'm not. I got wing damage twice in that race, and it ruined my race.
Yeah, I saw it. It was a very shambolic race, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, someone hit me in the back. I don't know what the hell happened.
Oh, that was Rico.
Yeah, I mean, I was driving with wing damage for quite a bit of it, and then I pitted.
When did you get wing damage?
Quite. I think it was like lap 20, like 18ish or something, 17ish. I don't know if you saw. I pitted to softs lap 21, and then I just pushed so much on the last 7 laps.
I did watch that.
Yeah, I was actually closing up to Kevin as well, like really quickly.
It was just a bit of a shame you got very unlucky. At least you got into Q3 though.
I didn't get into Q3.
Did you not? I
Nope.
thought you did.
I didn't know.
Well,
think-
amazing race.
Yeah, this was my first ever time not making it to Q3. I'm pretty sure.
Amazing race.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move on to someone else now. Jack, you may
Yeah.
move on.
Let's go on to Smelly Jelly. Jordan. Is there anything you want to say for our assistant questions? Is there anything you want to say for our assistant questions?
Nah, Smithy's had
He's just cut out there, and that's exactly what I'm about to ask because there's not really anything else that I can ask. What were your POV on the incident?
he went off track and then he came and took me out because I brake checked him.
Yeah, it was quite different in our view. It all started a bit before he had some oversteer. You brake checked him. He nearly spun you round. He kind of had a big oversteer, cut across the grass. His brain didn't quite think about turning onto the track, so he just went straight. It hit the Sadi. I'm not sure. I don't think there's really anything else. What was your view on the start?
I had a pretty bad start. Well, I got up into P13. So.
Yeah, it was nice there. I think we're just gonna have to end that there. Can't think of anything to ask you. It's your turn, Ethan.
Jack, just to notify you, Sixton has left TSRL.
Yeah, he's not driving anymore.
Not like properly left.
Yeah, I know he's gone. I think.
Yes. Because it was an embarrassment of a race.
I mean, because he just joins the small leagues and really expects it to be professional. Ethan, it's your turn to interview.
Oh yes, I will interview the person I love most. I will interview Ebok.
Ebok.
Ebok, do you have anything to say before I interview
He's not a
you?
V-Buck, mate. He's a Buka. He's a Buka.
Oh shit, you were talking to me?
Yeah, he called you like a V-Buck or something.
Hey, this nigga said E-Buck. I was like, what the fuck?
That's what I was saying. What's up, V-Buck?
Ebok, do you have anything to say?
Don't stop calling me V-Buck. Ibuka. I don't know how to.
Anyways, man, bro, I had one hell of a race. I went from P19 to P7 on the first lap. I nearly got taken out by the Aston Martin. In the straight, I think. And I had a good fight with my teammate on the opening lap.
Yeah.
And I was chasing down the Haas of Yin. I forgot his full name, but it's like Yin
Yin
something.
Mores.
Yin
Yeah, yeah.
Movers.
I was chasing him for the entirety of my first stint, and I was keeping tabs with him, and I was catching him towards the end, and I tried to make a like to pit before him, and I put on the soft tires on lap 16, and I thought that my race was completely finished. So the outlap was terrible. In the last sector, the penultimate corner, I hit the inside curb and I nearly spun, and he came out about 1.5 seconds ahead. And I gave myself 2 laps to try and catch him, and I couldn't catch him to get track position to hold him up because I knew that if I held him up, then I could probably keep close enough to where I can get the position off penalties. That didn't happen, so I had to go into tire management, which was terrible. But yeah,
I,
so
I, I realised it was a very strong race for you, but I think you did get very much pushed off the track in some cases.
yeah, but it's all right. I mean, still a strong race. P3 on debut
Mm. Yeah.
with no qualifying, so
Mm. It was just a bit of a shame because I thought you got front wing damage from that collision with the Aston Martin on the straight.
yeah. Yeah, I thought so too, but thankfully it was tired on tire contact, I believe.
Mm.
So I have no clue what he was doing because
Yeah.
I was right next to him. But whatever.
Mm. It's true. Also, I'm gonna talk about your overtake.
Yep. Overtake
Your
on who? Because I made a lot.
your overtake on Yin when you came up to him, but then you took back the position because that overtake was very dangerous from you.
um, when? Because I forgot. I'm not gonna lie. I know like he got me and he re
Yeah.
overtook me, but I forgot the overtake. What what did he make a mistake and then I just
Yeah, he made a mistake during the corner and then he just hit your rear tire. I thought you were gonna spin, but you saved it.
oh yeah that yeah.
It was a very good race from you. But I think
Yeah,
we should move on to someone else now.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Okay. You
Last
look strong.
last but not oh Ben's spamming here. Oh yep. Ben's quite happy. Oh, I'll be with you in 1 second. Okay. So, last but not least, since our race winner left, Kyle Wilson. I don't think that'll be last, as we have Casper. We might be able to squeeze it in, but it might just be last for Kyle. Is there anything you want to say for asking some questions?
Yeah.
Or is he away? I think it's Casper. It's going to be your lucky day. Last but not least, we're going to have Casper with our last interview today. Is there anything you want to say for asking some questions?
Not really. Yeah, ask away.
What was your opinions on the start?
The start was decent, although Ferrari went spinning into turn one, but everything was fine otherwise.
Yeah. Around your quali, how do you think that went?
The quali wasn't too bad. Probably could have done better in Q2, but that didn't really matter because I got to Q3, so I'm happy with the quali.
Okay, yeah. Ethan, can you do the rest of this? Because I got to go for a minute. Or you're not here. I
No,
might be able to. Can you finish off the interview?
With who?
Casper.
Oh yeah, Casper. You had a very
I
strong
gotta go.
race this race, didn't you?
Not really. The quality was good, but the actual race after the second safety car with, I think it was the Mercedes being really laggy, and also I don't know what happened, but there was a bug at some point and it sent me back 3 places. But
Yeah.
and then sadly with the wing damage, I pitted and the wing wasn't repaired, so I had to pit it second time the next lap.
Yeah, I watched that. I thought that was a bit odd because you pitted twice, and
Yeah,
because
it
I
was.
thought they put you onto the wrong tires.
No, it wasn't the wrong tires. It was mostly just the actual wing itself didn't get repaired.
That must have been very annoying because that put you down very much in places.
Yes, it did. Thankfully, though, I managed to score a point after really just going on hot laps after that.
It was basically like a qualifying session after the.
Yes, pretty much. Bit disappointed in the final result. I believe I could have done better if it wasn't for the issues I've had, but it was still a fun race.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like we should end the session there because I'm tired and Jack's tired. But thank you for all tuning in for this race. And I hope to see you for the next race. But I probably won't be commentating in that, and Jack, because Jack hates me.